The Joker is one of the most iconic villains of all time. Existing since 1940, he has a long history, and obviously some of those moments are more shocking than others. I'm Sasha Wood, and let's take a look back at the top 10 most shocking Joker moments. Also, just be aware, spoilers.
Spoilers.
Number 10. 3 Jokers. At the time of this recording, there are 3 Jokers, and they are 3 different men. This seems to have been done to explain the extremely different personalities and actions exhibited by the Joker as opposed to the multiple personality theory. Also, there's just a lot happening with the timelines right now. So these 3 Jokers are New 52 Joker, who as of Rebirth has a new, more hipster-esque character design, the Joker from the Killing Joke era, and Joker from the Golden Age era. So why is this shocking or controversial? Well, it kind of derails the whole idea of Batman and the Joker as these 2 men locked in combat, total opposites drawn to each other, even as they repel. Having 3 separate men for some fans just throws that whole dynamic off. But as always, comics are ever changing, so calm down, let's see where it's going, and they'll probably be just down to 1 again soon anyway. Going a bit further back in time at number 9, with the casting of Heath Ledger. When The Dark Knight was announced, everyone was excited to hear that fan favorite villain the Joker would be in the film, but a la Keaton, enthusiasm dimmed when they heard Heath Ledger would be playing the character. People thought that the casting of a previously essentially teen icon was a poor choice, and said he would be the downfall of the series. Oh, how the tables turned when the film was released in 2008. People were shocked to find that Ledger delivered a stellar performance, portraying a Joker who was unlike any shown on screen before. A perfect match for the dour realistic world created by Nolan, Ledger's performance was given even more attention following his untimely death that same year. A death that many felt was contributed to by him exploring this character's psyche. While that may be an extrapolation, a posthumous Oscar and the respect that the role garnered him make his time as the Joker one of the most memorable. Another controversial casting at number 8. Jared Leto. When it was announced that the Joker would be in the Suicide Squad, people were cautiously excited, but less so when they saw the first promo still of a tattoo-covered Joker. Even though he was emulating a famous panel from The Killing Joke, Leto became dubbed the Hot Topic Joker. Many felt that this film was already attempting to overly appeal to kids. But after the success of Ledger's Joker, people were willing to take a chance. However, many were not thrilled with what they saw in Suicide Squad. What little there was to see, that is. This performance is still dividing people, with some feeling it's brilliant and unique, while others find it silly and campy. Unlike The Dark Knight, Suicide Squad is nowhere near as beloved a film, so there isn't that backing for Leto either. However, time will tell how this performance is remembered. This will not be the last round of Batman adaptations, and it's unlikely he will be the last Joker. Moving back to comic representation at number 7, the Joker cuts off his own face. The New 52 is a universe relaunch that was attempting to reset said universe to make it more accessible for new readers. However, extremely successful arcs and titles were allowed to have a softer restart than others. Batman was one such title, while New 52 Joker has been nothing if not insane. In fact, in Detective Comics number 1, released in 2011, the Joker meets up with fellow villain the Dollmaker and has him cut off his face, which he then leaves pinned to the wall of his cell as a symbol of his rebirth. This grisly imagery was the Joker's look for a while, but thanks to Rebirth, we now have a more traditional design. Taking it to the animated world in at number 6, with the transformation of Tim Drake from Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. Released in 2000 as part of the Batman Beyond universe, this film is definitely worth checking out. The film contains potentially the darkest act committed by the Joker in the DCAU. When Tim Drake, the 3rd Robin overall, and the 2nd in the DCAU, is kidnapped, Batman and Batgirl fear the worst. When they receive a clue, it leads them to the Joker and Harley Quinn, who, in a bid to expand their family, have kidnapped the young Robin and spent weeks torturing him. Electroshock, drugs, body manipulation, until he has essentially become a little miniature Joker. This haunts the entire team in this universe and leads to a death scene for the Joker that has 2 versions, as one was censored after being deemed too graphic. There's one where he is impaled through the chest and another where he is electrocuted. Honestly, they're both pretty gruesome. It made viewers have to confront the idea of how far is too far, which wasn't something really asked before in the DCAU, but as it darkened, the questions got harder. It's a good movie with some great scenes. Check it out. Believe it or not, those were only minor spoilers. More violence in at number 5, when the Joker shoots Dick Grayson. Nowadays, the Joker shooting someone may seem a little tame, or even expected, but in 1987, it was still new territory. In the post-Infinite Crisis era of comics, Dick Grayson made the leap from sidekick to hero in his own right, becoming Nightwing. But how did this happen? An explanation was provided in Batman number 408, released in 1987, which detailed how during a routine takedown of the Joker, the Clown Prince of Crime shot Robin, who was attempting to sneak up behind him. The shot was through the shoulder and highlighted for Batman the danger he had essentially put his son into. As a result, he fired him, which prompted Dick to leave and find his own way, and created a rift between the former partners. So in a way, the Joker can be thanked for spawning one of DC's more popular, recent-ish heroes, in Nightwing. Not everyone he shot has fared so well. A less lucky victim in at number 4, Sarah Essen. The second wife of Commissioner Gordon, Sarah first appeared in 1987 and had become a staple supporting character until Detective Comics number 741, released in the year 2000. During the No Man's Land arc, in which Gotham has suffered a massive earthquake and the villains have essentially taken control, dividing the city into various regions, the Joker kidnaps dozens of infants and holds them hostage. When Sarah arrives and corners him at gunpoint, he tosses one of the babies to her, which she instinctively reaches out to catch, dropping her gun, which allows him to retrieve it and shoot her in the head. In a rare moment for the Joker, he doesn't find any humor in this, and in fact leaves the room frowning and actually turns himself in right after. This is a move that has perplexed many fans, but that some take as a rare instance of self-awareness. However, he bursts out laughing when in a rage Gordon shoots him in the leg, prompting him to say he'll never walk again, which he then finds hysterical as he had previously shot Barbara Gordon, crippling her. More Barbara controversy in at number 3. The variant cover for Batgirl number 41. This cover was pulled at the artist Raphael Albuquerque's request after fan backlash. The cover depicted the Joker in an outfit reminiscent of the one he shot Barbara in, holding a gun over a terrified looking Batgirl with a smile smeared on her face and what appears to be blood. While it was meant to be an homage to a classic moment, many fans felt that it was sexist and condoned violence against women, which then spawned a backlash against their backlash, saying that art was art and that it was iconic and that the Joker is an equal opportunity sadist and will terrify anybody. However, the controversy became too much and the whole concept was pulled. What did you guys think of this cover? Share your feelings down below. Which brings us to number 2, the Joker kills Jason Todd. One of the most controversial deaths in comics, Jason Todd, the second Robin, died during the 4-issue comic arc Death in the Family, this being Batman number 426 to 429, which began in 1988 and ended in 1989. After Jason runs away from home to find his biological mother, he finds himself in the Joker's clutches. What follows are sequences that have become iconic in how horrifying they are. The Joker brutally beats Jason with a crowbar until he is lying in a pool of his own blood, at which point he sets a bomb in the warehouse where he has Todd and his mother, who had turned him over to the Joker. Jason throws himself on the bomb to shield her from the blast and is killed in the process, a decision that was determined by a questionable fan vote. In the trade editions, you can even get versions with both panels, the one where he lived and the one where he died. However, his death at the hands of the Joker shakes the DC universe, and even upon his return, he was never the same. This is one of the Joker's most unforgivable acts, and is a moment that fans won't soon forget. Something that is not only unforgettable, but is still causing contention to this day, in at number 1. You were expecting it. It's the Joker shoots Barbara Gordon. The Joker cripples Barbara Gordon in an attempt to drive her father insane. This action ended her career as Batgirl until the New 52. The Killing Joke was released in 1988 and was written by Alan Moore, and it's considered by many a must-read regardless of whether you're a Batman fan or not. It's also unique in the annals of comics in that it was not necessarily meant to be canon, but many elements of it were taken as such. Barbara's paralysis was one such moment. While some found it an acceptable narrative move, others felt it was poor writing that hurt a key character and didn't give her any agency in the story. Others argue it wasn't the story about her, and any side character is a potential casualty. Case in point, Jason Todd. The controversy was addressed in later comics by having Barbara call out Batman for laughing with his arch nemesis while she was laying in a hospital bed crippled, and ultimately the incident led to her becoming Oracle, a beloved character who became a symbol for those with disabilities. Oracle knew everything. She was the linchpin of not only the Batman team, but the Birds of Prey, to the point that when her paralysis was reversed in the New 52, people were upset about that. However, this controversy persists, and when The Killing Joke was adapted into a film, there were huge debates as to how this scene should be handled, or if it was even appropriate to adapt at all. Because of this, people still can't agree on whether this was a good movie or not, but we can all agree that that Batman-Batgirl sex scene was weird. This scene will live on as one of the defining Joker moments, for better or for worse. So those were the top 10 most shocking Joker moments. Do you guys want a part 2? We could go on for days. Let us know what you want to see down below. I'm Sasha Wood, thanks so much for watching Top 10 Nerd. Turn on your bell notification to never miss a vid, and we will see you next time.